Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with some more Bloomburrow action. Today we're playing a Boros Super Friends control deck list featuring the new card Artist Talent. It is a 2-mana class enchantment, allows you to discard and draw cards when you cast non-creature spells. It can discount your non-creature spells by 1, and it can also make your non-combat damage deal an additional 2 damage if you level it up all the way to level 3. I think this works really well in certain decks, and I think it helps out this particular control style deck because drawing, discarding cards allows us to find relevant threats or answers to the threats on board. Discounting all our spells just helps us play a more efficient game of Magic. And then lastly, level 3 makes it so we only have to cast a total of kind of 5 burn spells at our opponent because all our lightning strikes deal 5 damage to any target. So let's go ahead and hop in some games and see how we do on the ladder. If you're interested in the deck list is in the description. Okay, this hand seems a little slow, but we're gonna draw an additional card. Maybe we mulligan. Opponent looks like they might be playing mice, so we probably want some earlier answers. That we can keep. We don't need Chandra yet. Artist Talent, if we play it out on turn 2, can hopefully find us all the extra land, or help us dig for all the land drops we might need to hit our 5th land and cast this Sunfall. Looks like the opponent is playing Orzhov Lifegain. I'm gonna just go ahead and get the talent out now so we can hopefully start filtering through our cards. They might remove it if they have like a destroy, what is it called? Get Lost. The thing that can kill planeswalkers, creatures, and enchantments. There's, I think, 4 copies of it in this deck. We can pass turn, I think, because, I mean, we could level this up. I mean, we hit our next land drop, so leveling this up will make it easier to cast our Sunfall as well as all of our removal. Now all of our removal is 1 mana, which is kind of crazy, as well as our burn spells. They gain 1 life. That is okay. We lost life though, so they might be able to do something with that, because there's a few cards from Bloomburrow that care about your opponent having lost life. Okay. I think we're going to this only does 2 damage. Well, we're gonna try and get rid of their card draw here and hopefully find a land. We can discard the Eternal Wanderer. Okay, that is a land, but it's not the right color. We need 2 white. We're playing a lot of duels for this reason. Here we go. Here's another duel. We should be able to chill for now. And you can just see Artist Talent helps us filter through like 2 cards already. And it's also discounted 3 spells. So it's already done so much. It kind of reminds me of Fable because it can ramp you and it also filters cards. I'm not going to bother hitting their 1 creature here. Ooh. Repair and recharge means we could get back our planeswalker. I'm playing 1 copy of this. Return artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So we have 1 copy of this because if you're going to draw, discard a bunch. That's why I mentioned this could be a really good reanimator card. So you're playing like Rakdos, or you're just playing other style of reanimation. Might honestly just get the Virtue of Courage out here and we can just go for the burn face tactic. It might actually be good. I don't want to lightning bolt 1 creature here. We hit another land drop, so that's good. The only problem with sort of like Artist Talent is you're not going up cards, you're kind of card neutral. Because you're just discarding and then drawing, you're never drawing more than you discard. Your hand thins out. But if you have something like Chandra, which allows you to exile instant sorceries from top of your library to cast them for a turn. Or if you have something like Virtue of Courage, we're playing one of just because it can help us do the thing. There's something they like on the top of their library. We could just Sunfall, discard the second artist talent, and then hold up a Lightning Strike for removal sake. We can find another land, that's probably not bad. Oh, a second removal spell. Awesome. It's just, it feels so easy to control the board when you have this much card draw. Convocation. I'm gonna get rid of the Lunar Convocation if I can here. I'm not gonna discard because we already have kind of everything we want. When the opponent's kind of out of a board here, it's very easy for us to then go ahead and just get a Planeswalker and hopefully stick it. Don't really need a mountain here. I like a Lightning Strike. Go ahead, we're gonna wander it up. Hold up Lightning Strike. Cut down, that is fine. That's a little annoying, but we'll be okay. That is fine. In fact, we can dispatch of it if we really want. We do have to pay some life, but it is okay with me. No, I actually like that Lightning Helix. I think this is one of the reasons Boros can be very good, is like Lightning Helix. Very powerful effect. I'm gonna level this up. And we can actually use a Power Stone there, which is awesome. I will do this.
I brought backup.
I think I'm gonna wait till next turn to Lightning Helix. And for right now, I'll just probably swing in with the Manland. We can put the +1 counter on our Double Striker, which is pretty good, and it'll stop it from being hit by Cut Down. So admittedly, they could crack a food and then play one of their Gumdrop Poisoners. Keep paying the life. Keep paying the life. I don't think they expect that we're gonna burn them out in like one swift turn here potentially. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay. I think we swing in. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell. We get 6 damage in and then we have 10 in hand. Okay. With 10 in hand, we just need to draw 2 more removal spells off of this Virtue of Courage, which we're going to exile the top 10 cards. Okay, actually Quintorius is pretty good here. So this will also deal damage whenever we play a land or something. See if we can find a way to... Oh wait, no, it's only when you cast things from exile. My bad. A total of 9 damage because we're casting it from exile, and Quintorius's passive, we can get to it, says whenever you cast a spell from exile, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. And that is non-combat damage, so Artist Talent will buff that up to deal a total of 4 damage. And Lightning Strike will deal its damage and it will be buffed by 2 as well. That would have been 9 damage to the face. We had the lethal in hand as long as our opponent didn't gain a massive amount of life. Which, I mean, they had the foods, but we could just exile a bunch of our library and hopefully pop off. We also had Urzas. We could have made a creature. What a fun game. Alright. Hand seems pretty good. We have a sweeper on 3, a sweeper on 5, a way to start filtering cards. we go second. That's not good. Sunfall is looking less good. Mono black discard is probably one of the bad matchups, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe things will be okay. We didn't lose life, so they just make us discard a card, which is okay. I'll discard the Lightning Strike. So we have a sweeper, so we can wait. Potentially, we can wait. Do I level up the talent? Probably not. There is an argument to be made, just leveling up the talent. If they lost life, so it doesn't matter even if we like cast the Union and gain 4 life. Oh wait, what? Let's get rid of this plains or mountain. Probably the plains. We already have a bunch of white sources. Gain 3, I mean 4, not bad. I'm gonna ramp. Now our removal is 1 mana. So we can get lost. They go ahead and cast a Shieldred or a Liliana or we'll discard the Urza's the assembles Titan, or Urza assembles the Titans. This is just a way to get out our Planeswalkers a little early and get some extra value. This costs 3 mana, so we don't really think, I don't think the damage is gonna make a difference here. Still don't really see something that's worth casting Get Lost on, I don't think. Okay. Play the Elegant Parlor, Surveil. Abrade is cool, but we're hoping to hit a Planeswalker here, because I think that is a really good counter to this sort of strategy that our opponent's playing. I am not going to discard our sweeper and removal. I don't think it's necessary. Then this we can potentially find a Planeswalker with if we scry 4 and then put it on top and then reveal it. No Planeswalkers. What do we want then? Do we care about the Virtue of Courage? I mean, it is a potential win condition. Maybe we keep it on top. The alternative is we just remove it and hope there's a Planeswalker chilling on top. Just leave it. Nope. Hopefully we'll be able to find a Planeswalker in time for this Urza Assembles the Titans, but as I said, this is a bit of an awkward matchup because we naturally don't end up with a lot of cards in hand, and if we have no cards in hand, we cannot go ahead and draw this card. It's part of the strategy here. Get rid of their creatures. I'm going to keep the Virtue. In fact, I'm going to probably send 2 damage to their face, but I'll wait just in case they play another creature and then I can cast it. It is an instant. Am I? think I'll level this up. Nothing better to do, and then probably wait to cast the Get Lost. I don't think there's any reason to immediately go for the Hostile Investigator. This is a bit of a problem. Target opponent discards a card. This makes us discard cards, so it is a bit of a counter to our plan here, but I think I take 4 here. It's not that big of a deal. We're still at 12 life. As long as they don't have like any big burn spells they're going for. And then I will go ahead and get lost this. Just in case they're going to play like Shieldred or Liliana, which would have needed a pretty immediate answer. This does 5 damage. That's pretty cool. I mean, we're not going to really get a chance to ever use it, because they're just going to make us discard it next turn, so just rip it. Send it. A land wouldn't be too bad one of these turns, so we can just play it and play our Virtue, and then we need to get this Virtue down so we can kind of burn, go for a burn turn. One's gonna have no problem drawing cards here because the thing in the graveyard can also draw them a card. Okay, so that'll make us start taking damage at level 2. I want to do that. At the beginning of opponent's upkeep, each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life. So we'll just need to end this relatively fast, but that's okay. I think that's kind of the plan anyways. Sweeper's not going to do much. Ooh, if we can keep that on the battlefield, we are in good spots. Or keep that in our hand and then put it on the battlefield, we're in a good spot. Because that can do a lot of damage. What does it say? Quintorius is not bad. Only problem here is we're threatening to die pretty soon, but those cards are in exile, so they can't make us discard that, and that will deal 10 damage. But if we have Chandra to double it up, and if Chandra survives here, we can tick down Chandra, and Chandra will deal 9 damage. We have not 9 damage, 8 damage. Okay, Chandra's gone. Don't be afraid, Chandra is gone. Everything's gonna go fine. All is well. Alright, we need to get this Quintorius down and hopefully find like a series of removal spells. Do we draw discard the Elegant Parlor? I think we need to some degree. Alright, discover 4. What do we hit?
I won't let you damage them. What?
You get rid of the Bandit's talent. Just threatening to do a bunch of damage. Maybe we can find a land. I don't know. 4 damage. Oh, that's actually more cards that we can cast from and play from exile. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Play this from exile. And then we have Lightning Helix and Lightning Strike. I think I'll Lightning Helix. I'm gonna decline because we don't really have anything huge. Do I care about the Eternal Wanderer? I feel like we need like another Quintorius or something, because the Eternal Wanderer is not going to deal enough, or like not going to do much against them. It's too slow. We're back up a bunch of life thanks to Quintorius with Virtue of Courage. It's awesome. And the Lightning Strike, or the Lightning Helix rather. Deep Cavern Bat. Thought they drew one, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try and play one here. We have a land in hand, so it doesn't really matter in this case. That land can become a card, assuming we draw a non-creature spell. It'd be in their best interest to get rid of Quintorius, I feel like, but I wonder if they're just going to go for lethal. Fair enough. I need one burn spell. One burn spell and I might hit another. Oh my goodness. That's 5 damage. Discard, draw. Oh no. We need to exile a burn spell off of this Virtue. 5 cards. Lightning Helix. Quintorius. It's a victory. That was crazy. That was crazy. And then dead. Wow. That was such a fun Virtue of Courage like game. Opponent goes first, so we'll draw into another card. We have Elegant Parlor, so we should hopefully find our 3rd land, and then we can probably start cruising from there. We have 2 removal spells. Let's give it a go. We're going second anyways. It might be doomed. But yeah, we're playing Lightning Strike and the like because we did draw our 3rd land. We could potentially keep that in interest. Nah. What am I saying? Not very good in our hand. But yeah, we're playing Lightning Strike and Lightning Helix because they're good removal, but they're also damage. I just love them. They're very fun to play. Because you can play them you don't even have to be like mono red pushing for damage. And they're just... Damage to any target is just a strong ability. And it's pretty fun. Opponent thinking in the tank. Flick shot show off coming down. If it's gonna deal 1 damage, I might just let it through. I'm gonna wait until they like attack before I respond. Can they protect it? Start by casting like maybe a Abrade. Probably should cast a Lightning Helix. What am I talking about? Now if they use a pump spell, it's not damage going to face. So if they want to protect it with something like Antagonize, which gives it like +4/+3 or something, wouldn't be very good. And then pass. You know the 3rd path, super nice into these aggro matchups because you can just gain a boatload of life on top of Lightning Helix. Okay, so we're maybe a Gruul cheese deck, or we're just straight up mono red burn. I'm gonna gain life, and then we can potentially set up for a sweeper. I mean, they have to pump it before their attacks because it says attacks if you control a creature with power 4 or greater gains double strike. Or sorry, yeah, whenever it attacks, so it needs the buff beforehand. We do need to hit another land, so I'm inclined to use this Union, but Abrade. Have this to deal with those artifacts, those pesky artifacts, because Get Lost only deals with planeswalkers, enchantments, and creatures. Opponent not having a good time here. I don't blame them. When you pack a bunch of 1-for-1 removal, or a bunch of like 2-mana removal, very easy to stop on a red. I want to find my land drop, so I'm going to do this, even if I am shields down. Okay, they don't like the life gain. I don't blame them. Okay. Pain lands are kind of rough. We do have the talent, though. And we have a bunch of 2-mana removal, so how bad could it go? Knock on wood. Uh-oh, it's mono red. Mono red skeletons. I'm gonna get the talent down because I would like to draw discard a bunch. If we can survive long enough, we can just Sunfall. Thankfully that does not have haste because they don't have their enchantment. I will play this, and then we're gonna chill. Could level up the talent, knowing that I'm not gonna die here, and then I can sweep her the following turn. Okay, we could take like 9 damage here, but we do have the Lightning Helix to follow up the Sunfall. Thankfully they do not do anything, and that seems like a pretty open window to just Sunfall it up. Sure, they get like a tutor with their case potentially, but they're probably gonna just find a land if they don't draw one. I could wait. Is it greedy to wait? I mean, they have a full hand. They have a full hand. I'm gonna wait. I could level this up again and then just hold up like a Get Lost. That will deal with the enchantment. That gives them all +1 and gives them haste. I'm gonna discard this Get Lost, I think. Though I could use it on their I really want the Lightning Helix though. Maybe I just don't draw this card. I think that's in the best interest, because then I can Sunfall and get rid of their tutor. Okay, creatures on board, not so long. Or not anymore. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't think we really need a land in this particular situation. We'd rather have more action. Our case is fully leveled up, so we have 5 damage on our Lightning Helix. Okay, I'm gonna play this out and then maybe Lightning Helix here. Inspiring Vantage. Can we convert this into something better? Can we discard a Planeswalker at any point? No, so that's not very useful. Good to know. Allow us to draw, discard a bit more. I think we wait. We can also animate our creature here. I think we have them pretty locked down. Do we have any things they could cast from our graveyard? No. So we could just take the damage if we really wanted. I'm gonna animate this. And then block. Assuming they don't have removal here. Yeah, they're not gonna find much they can to use the removal on, to be honest. Besides, unless they have Bitter Triumph, that deals with creatures and planeswalkers. But sometimes we don't even need planeswalkers. How about no? We'll do this to be mana efficient, and it gives us 2 draw discards. Gonna deal 5 damage, so it's like a lot overkill, but okay. I didn't need 2 more artist talent, but it's fine. I will level this up, just counter stuff even more, and I will draw and discard. Don't need that. That is a planeswalker. That is removal. Do we get rid of their case? We've gotten rid of it before. I mean, what's the worst they could tutor up? A bitter triumph? A land? I'd rather use this get lost on an actual creature threat that they're like gonna tutor up, I feel like, at this point. I'm just gonna play the land. Lightning strike, we do like those. I will actually not be drawing discarding here because get lost is great removal. Get a body on the battlefield and should be able to kind of end it with the creatures. Oh no, it's a cut down. We're not gonna make another one of those next turn. Nope, not at all. Ward, discard a card. Fine. We do that all the time. I can't pay for the ward cost, so I'm not gonna try and remove it here. I will go ahead or add it, level this up. Yeah, this is better than using the get lost. Resolve. I will do this. I don't have anything to draw discard, so those triggers just instantly resolve. I make a 2/2. We can find one of our man lands, that wouldn't be too bad either. But it does seem like they're just packing a bunch of removal spells. A land? Okay. I think we can just blink their skeleton is the funny thing. It doesn't say non-token.
You're outclassed. You're coming with me.
Nope. No draw discarding, but that is fine because we'll just go ahead, discover 4, put into hand. An answer to their board if they make one, but probably should have just taken up Quintorius, not gonna lie, because they could just play out a skeleton and kill one of our planeswalkers, but they're more likely to kill the Eternal Wanderer, I think. Removal? They had nothing to go with that. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Brotherhood's End, so we'll go ahead and just discard it. I swear, these talents are disgusting. How much have we drawn discarded? Kind of crazy. They're trying to put it in their graveyard. That is so funny. Fine. It's fine. Go ahead, take up, make a creature. Zero this, make a creature. We have Lightning Helix, which will do a total of 7 damage. Oh my god, it's crazy. I have no cards in hand, so this Tiny Bones won't do anything. Alright, we're both officially empty-handed, but I have 2 planeswalkers. I have 2 planeswalkers. And a lot of card filtering. I think I will be just fine.
Never go it alone.
Okay, what planeswalker are you gonna get rid of? Will you get rid of the correct one is the question. That is the grand question. Quintorius is definitely the right one to remove, but they do not go for it. I mean, can't block anyways, so boom.
We'll finish this later.
My turn. Land is okay. Might just make a 3/3 and hold everything up for one turn. Because they can activate their Sandstorm Verge. Again. Cool to see someone using like a utility land and like this. Been playing mono color, so it's not too big of a deal. Gisa. That is less cool. That gives other tap, thank goodness. I'm glad they had some I mean, I don't want my thing dying, so I will go ahead and double block. We're about to do a bunch with it, hopefully. Hopefully. Cross our fingers. My turn. Okay. Let's take this down, see what we find. Abrade. Okay. Get rid of one of them, but it doesn't really make a difference. But we get a bunch of draw discard. And we just did a bunch of damage. Eternal Wanderer is pretty good, but I have Sunfall and a Lightning Helix. I mean, this just does 7. Doesn't really matter, does it? Discard. I'm not gonna get rid of Chandra, and boom! Another dub. That is crazy. This deck is wild. Alright, let's see if we can keep it up. I was kind of joking earlier. Well, originally I thought of like, oh, maybe Artist Talent, you can liken it to Fable the Mirror Breaker because it's fun to liken it to liken things to, or compare things to broken cards, but my goodness, maybe it is actually Fable because we discarded so many cards. We had such a massive mana discount on all our spells. It reminds me of like I had this Bant Super Friends deck that I played a little bit way back before the release of like Dominaria, I think, probably. But one of the like mainstays of the deck was you use Tamiyo, or you try an ultimate Tamiyo, and Tamiyo's notebook says all spells you have cost 2 less to cast, and then you can tap it. It's a legendary artifact token. You can tap it, and if you tap it, you draw a card. And it feels a bit like you have a Tamiyo's notebook, but you don't have to go through the whole work of like actually playing out a Planeswalker, which is crazy to me. Let's get lost that. That is a lot of value, and I'm guessing they're probably playing. I saw a thumbnail for it. I haven't watched the video, but Legend VD put out a video where you use Innkeeper's Talent. Last mode of it, I said it was pretty splashy, and it is very splashy because what it can do is it can double up the number of poison counters, and it can also double up the number of loyalty counters on your Planeswalkers. You get to beat better hand, but I'm going to get rid of that because I kind of want to keep my hand. But yeah, Innkeeper's Talent, if you can level it all the way up, sort of like how we're using the Artist Talent and leveling it all the way up for maximum value, you can just instantly ultimate Planeswalkers, which is crazy. Level 2, fair enough. We do need to get rid of that if we can. Or maybe we just... There's like no way, man. There is nothing we can do. I could animate my land, but that's not going to really help here. Yeah, we might be in the process of losing to... Sacrifice it. When it enters and when you sacrifice it, you may search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle. What the heck? That's an amazing card. How did I not know about it? That's actually a super cool ramp spell. And then you can play it with like some of the... I'm just gonna start flinging spells. Because we are on a clock at this point. Especially if we cannot find an answer to this Innkeeper's talent. Because they can level it up and then they can play their Planeswalker. So they level it up this turn, next turn they play Vraska, like Betrayal Sting or something. And it has enough loyalty to instantly ultimate and we lose the game. So let's try and find a removal spell for that if we can. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You are my hero. Virtue of Courage. Again, what a monster. What a monster. You might note we're playing Brotherhood's End and it can hit Planeswalkers as well as creatures. And you might ask, why are you playing this in a Super Friends deck? And basically the answer is we're just trying to, oh, they're about to find another one. We gotta start doing the damage. We can start attacking in with the Restless Cottage. Or not, Restless Bivouac, my bad. There's Restless Cottage. Bivouac. It's such a weird word. I'm pretty sure that's the right way to pronounce it. I googled it. I was like, it's a real thing though. It's not a make-believe. What are they? Oh, that's not good. They just removed all of our enchantment removal, so we need to end them. End them before they can level up and cast their thing. If one mana open, do they have cut down? Probably. I still don't feel safe animating my land to some degree, but I don't really have an option. I have a bunch of land, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. They did not have the cut down. This means we do have a fair amount of damage coming in next turn because we can give it another +1 counter and double strike, so that's 8 + 2, 10. Just need a... Nope, never mind. Oh. Golgari control. I hate you. We are drawing the biggest nothing burgers. That is crazy. Like, they're playing no creatures and we haven't found our Innkeeper's talent, so we're just stuck with these cards in hand. It is rough. Maybe we should put in the counters on the Bivouac, but no. I'm going for the maximum damage potential here. We gotta finish our opponent, and Bivouac's not gonna do it. So this card, I might have to put together a Golgari food deck, because that's crazy. What did they just do? What are they trying to get rid of? Bivouacs? Planeswalkers? I'm so confused. The helixes? Lightning strike. Weird. A little obnoxious, but I guess I understand because that stops us from pushing damage, and we really just need... Planeswalker wouldn't be bad here. My goodness. I'm about to just shoot something here. I mean, good game.
Show them the edge of
I'll
your
let
blade.
it play out. I'm kind of bummed with our top decking ability. Oh wait, they don't have the Vraska. There's hope that maybe we kill them somehow next turn. I mean, there is like some miracle that might happen. They have their Vraska, they have their Innkeeper's talent leveled up. I didn't play the Inspiring Vantage last turn. That might be a little bit of a issue in my head. My goodness, this is so bad. Artifact or creature.
Keep
I
your eyes
mean,
sharp.
alright. Whoops, I didn't mean to click stop or combat. Show us the Vraska. So, if you complete it, it comes in with 4 loyalty counters. So, yeah, you have to pay full mana first. So, you have to cast a 9 mana Planeswalker and have a fully leveled up Saga. And 18 poison counters. It says it will give you 9 counters, but the Innkeeper's talent fully leveled up doubles it. GG's. Well, that is going to do it for today's deck. Hopefully you enjoyed. That Vraska deck seems disgusting. But if you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll enjoy the previous video. We played Mono Green Stompy. It should hopefully be on the screen now. Also, if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing. I forgot to say this earlier in the video. You know, consider subscribing. It helps the channel, helps me, makes me happy. Anyways, have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon. Wait, yeah, morning, evening, night, afternoon, evening, wherever and whenever you're watching. Ciao.